shortly.
So, welcome everyone. It's wonderful to have you here with us live today, hosted by Poole Christian Spiritualist Church Academy. Also, welcome to those who are watching our live at a later moment in time, because we will record this live and share this in the upcoming time on Facebook and YouTube. My name is Kampshoff, and I'm very excited to introduce to you our 5-day residential mediumship course, which is called Under the Same Sky. This is from June 29 to July 4th, 2025. And this spiritual journey will take place at the beautiful, really beautiful Holme Hall in Yorkshire, England. It's a beautiful opportunity for you to deepen your mediumship skills, connect with like-minded souls, and work closely with a team of highly experienced tutors. During these 5 days, we will focus on 3 essential aspects of mediumship. Trance mediumship with Mark Stone, to explore the depth and transformative power of trance and the altered state. Evidential mediumship with Lawrence Savill, president of the Poole Christian Spiritualist Church, to learn how to deliver clear and compelling evidence from the spirit world. And healing mediumship with Danielle Nijhuis, certificate holder and teacher in healing at the Spiritualist National Union. Gain insight into the sacred practice of spiritual healing. What makes this course truly special is that you will work in the discipline that you will sign up for, but also have the opportunity to work on moments with all of the 3 tutors, providing you with a holistic and very rounded experience in mediumship. And you will also see them demonstrate their mediumship during these 5 days. It's really your chance to refine your intuition and strengthen your connection to the spirit world, and immerse yourself into a safe and inspiring learning environment. I want you to ask if you want to stay with us until the end of this live session, as I will be sharing then all of the details on how to sign up, including the availability and the payment options. But first, let's dive deeper into what you can expect from this magical experience in Yorkshire. And who can do this better than the tutors themselves? So, Mark. Hello, Mark.
Hi, Diana. Nice to be here.
Before we start, I would like you to introduce yourself a little bit.
Thank you. Well, as I say, it's a pleasure to be a part of this wonderful week that we're going to be doing. I'm a born and raised spiritualist. So I was born into a spiritualist household. I started sitting and working with things in the home family with healing, with mediumship. And I started taking church services at the tender age of 17 years old. So I've been demonstrating my mediumship for over 33 years. And a big part of that journey for me has been the interest in physical phenomena, but primarily the spoken trance state as well. And I've been very lucky with the mediums and tutors that I've been able to work with as my mentors, but also alongside as colleagues. And it's that passion for mediumship that's always kept me involved, no matter what else is going on in my life. That thread of the spirit world as a born and raised spiritualist has always been there, and a part of my life which I'm so grateful to have.
Beautiful. You talk about trance, and that trance is such a profound discipline. Can you share with us what makes trance mediumship so unique compared to other forms of mediumship?
Well, as we all know, all mediumship and healing requires a level of entrancement and blending with the other world. And so therefore all mediumship is that beautiful influence and connection that you've talked about deepening through the course of the week. And for me particularly, what I find fascinating with the trance states is that coming to know more about who works with you, their personality, their nature, their wisdom, the philosophy. And to me as well, it's one of the areas where the other world will often try and show us what's really happening in the world and where things are moving within the world. And sometimes it's not as obvious as telling you this and this and this is going to happen. But what's fascinating is when they talk about something, and Lawrence, when we've had the rally at Poole, the spirit world have talked about things at the rally that before the end of the year has come to pass. And that to me proves the intelligence of the communication is beyond my awareness. So it gives that beautiful confirmation of not only the presence of the other world is real, that connection is real, but also that the other world have this foresight and can not only bring that on a world stage, but also in a personal stage where we build this beautiful connection. And these, for me, the people in the spirit world become like family to me, because that personal connection has become so special. So for me, the trance state, in whatever form it manifests with someone, has a potential to deepen their awareness, their understanding, connect us to the people who guide us and can inspire us and teach us. Remember, not all of our teachers are just sat in a classroom with us. They're joining us from the spirit world wherever we are. And therefore, trance gives us, I feel, that beautiful connection in an even more enhanced state.
Beautiful. But how is that for someone who may be just starting to explore trance? What advice could you give them to help feeling more confident in connecting with the spirit world?
The biggest thing is observation and self-awareness as well. We're in a very busy world now with television, mobile phones, stuff going on everywhere in life, and often we don't spend time being still, let alone really communicating with the spirit world. And I find that if you can give yourself time to come to know your own mind, your own awareness, your own thoughts, your own feelings, to observe who you are, self-awareness, that when you can then blend with the spirit world, you start to observe these very gentle and subtle changes. Now, sometimes we have experiences with the spirit world that are whistles and bells and that are really big and sort of kind of almost take us back in awe. But a lot of times the blending is gentle and subtle and often missed in the busyness of life. And what we all here on this call know is that there are moments when we may be sitting just talking about something and suddenly the atmosphere in the room is changing. Now, some will notice it and others won't. And it depends on that observation. So in all mediumship, in all healing, in all demonstration, in all trance, observing what happens to you, observing the influence, how it may change your energy, the physical energy, the mental energy, the emotional energy, is a really key thing. And it doesn't matter in what field you're going to be in. Paying attention to that, observing that, finding peace and stillness, and just letting your thoughts be touched by the other world, and not being so quick to dismiss a thought as this is my thought or this is their thought, just to accept this is the thought that comes to my mind when I'm peaceful, and then start to see where that thought and that journey leads you.
Oh, beautiful. And you talk about so much the energy and the subtleness of that energy. And this course is held by, we're going to Holme Hall. And the energy at Holme Hall is said to be extremely powerful. How is the environment enhancing the learning experience for those attending?
So we know environment is quite key. You have to be comfortable. You have to be happy in the space that you're in. And I know that having seen the beautiful pictures of Holme Hall, the environment is a beautiful environment, but also the fact we're taking ourselves away from everyday life for 5 days. We're immersing ourselves during the summertime, hurrah, the British summertime. So, sun to be advised. But we're in a beautiful location, beautiful surroundings, a beautiful location itself, indoors as well as outdoors. So what it's hopefully gives us is moments of peace, moments of tranquility. Lock your phones away in your bedrooms if you come and join us, so that you can actually just be with spirit, not only the discarnate spirit, the spirit world who come to be with us, but also that you can pay attention to the people that are around you. This is about not only building bonds with the spirit world, but with each other. You know, it's an important part, and understanding what lots of things that we're going to look at during the week is going to be about how we work with the spirit world and how we can progress with that work of the spirit world going forward. And one of the things, although we're going to spend 5 lovely days in a beautiful location, we also want to prepare you for what happens when you go back home, to create the atmosphere, to create maybe the home circles, because that for me is something that I think is really important. You know, a lot of people struggle to find places to sit and work with their mediumship. Some are lucky to have circles and churches in their locality, but not always. So, you know, we want to be able to, in that beautiful environment, set you up so you can take that energy and that work home with you and continue to progress with it.
Yeah. And before us, behind us on the screen, you see the beautiful pictures of Holme Hall. It's really a beautiful place. Yes, it is. So, what can you tell us? What some key things participants will learn during your trance sessions?
Certainly. So, one of the things I'm very keen on, I just talked about it when you're asking about what's the first things that, you know, if someone's not sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at with people not only about observing themselves when they sit and observing what occurs within their own mediumship and their own awareness, but also sitting for others and the importance of observing changes with them, so that again you can learn to create and work with other people, because that's where home circles all sort of started. People were sitting together, sitting for each other, seeing what the other world wanted of them and could do with them. And so a part of what we're going to do through the week is learn to observe and to sit and to work. We depending on who we have there, we're going to look at where we can take away any of the fears or the barriers that people may have, because often there is, if someone's not always necessarily scared of the spirit world, but sometimes that big issue that all of us have is letting go of the sense of control and surrender. Because a lot of us are control monkeys at heart. We want to know what's going on. We want to be in control. We want it our way. And we just have to learn in these states to surrender. So we're going to bring in aspects of that. We're going to experiment with sitting in different ways so that you can see the difference between, you often see people talking about sitting in cabinets. So why is there a difference when you sit in a cabinet to when you don't sit in a cabinet? And you can experience it. So trance is not necessarily needing to be done in the dark, not necessarily needs to be done in a cabinet. It's a very gentle blending that leads from one state to another. But it's interesting to understand some of the dynamics of what may be beneficial or what you may have seen. And so again, we are going to have during the course of the week a questions and answers evening, so that we can field questions, but also in groups, because we're keeping the groups nice and small. It's going to give us time to talk to you about your journey, your experiences, your uncertainties in any of the fields that you come to us with, so that we can help you to go away feeling more secure, more sound, more focused in the experiences that you're having with your trance mediumship, mental mediumship, healing, etc. So we will have mixed abilities, but the whole point is everybody's there to support and encourage each other in the process of unfoldment.
And we talk about mediumship, healing mediumship, trance mediumship. Will you be the tutor of, and evidential mediumship? But what about spiritual development? When people we're going to go home. Why is trance mediumship such a crucial tool for that?
Well, I think rather than just saying trance mediumship, I'd say the crucial thing is the blending, the sitting, and the coming to know who's with you. So although we would sometimes put that under the banner of it being trance, I think really for the most beneficial for people is to actually have that connection to those who work with them, and to be able to bring forward that wisdom and understanding, whether it's for healing, for when you're working with people with healing, the inspiration and the influence from the guides can be incredibly rewarding and powerful. When we're doing our demonstrations of mediumship, that overshadowing the medium feels that almost like they've become the loved one when they're working. They've not closed their eyes and gone off into a full trance state, but there is this beautiful overshadowing, this beautiful power. I was at a workshop with the lovely Glyn Edwards. We were teaching platform mediumship, and this gentleman got up who was working with his trance mediumship, gave a message which was so powerful to this man from his father. And at the end of it, when we were having a bit of feedback, the man who was receiving the message said, "I forgot I was talking to you. It felt like I was talking to my dad." And I said, that to me is the most beautiful thing, that the medium has almost disappeared and it feels just like it's the spirit world person standing there bringing that message. So this is all to do with the blending. And therefore, if in whatever discipline we work, if we can refine the blending, refine the understanding, choose to listen more to the other world, it will benefit all of our mediumship. Whether or not you become a speaking trance medium or a trance healer, it doesn't necessarily matter. It's the blending and the connection that's the point.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, it's the connection and blending. So, Mark, for those who are watching and who might feel a little bit hesitant or unsure about booking a place and to come to the course, what would you say to them to encourage them to take that step and give that gift to themselves?
I think if you're looking to explore something, and you think maybe there's something there with trance, people have talked to me about trance, but I'm not certain. Having the time that we have, 5 days, is going to allow you to explore without the interruption, and allow you to see for yourself and to see other people working, to see where other people are at, not to compare, but to inspire. And that's one of the things that in our development and unfoldment of mediumship, we're often too quick to compare and put ourselves down. And I think if you can come to an experience, even if you're not certain, but to actually explore and say, well, how does this feel for me? And, when I'm watching these other people, there's something within me that responds to it. And therefore, it's going to ignite a flame that's within you. And, we're not saying after 5 days, you're going to go away and be the world's greatest trance medium, platform demonstrator or healer. We're saying to you, come and explore so that you can broaden the vision, that you can get rid of the barriers, get rid of the things that hold you back. Because that's often what we do. We dip a toe in the water, but too briefly. We go to, one circle, we go to maybe one workshop or a half-day workshop, or we've watched a video or read one book and we've made up our mind. And in fact, we can't always do that. Sometimes we have to sit with it so that we can start to find out, how does this feel for me? Not what anyone else tells me, not what another medium tells me I am, but what am I and what is there within me? And how can I work with it with the spirit world? So I'd encourage people, if you want to explore, then you're giving yourself the time to explore. And, you may not go away making up your mind one way or the other, but you'll go away with a lot more to do and a lot more to think about.
Beautiful. Thank you so very much, Mark, for all your answering and give explanations about the trance mediumship and what the people can expect when they sign up. So thank you very much. We're excited, aren't we? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, we are. So thank you, Mark. So my dear Lawrence, can you please introduce yourself a little bit?
Good evening. I'm Lawrence Savill. I am currently the person running the Paul Christian Spiritualist Church. You can see behind me. I was introduced to mediumship at a very early age by my mother and then my father, who went on to become a spiritualist minister. And I've lived a life. I was introduced to spiritualism. I had my background in spiritualism. I moved away. I did things, but then came back to it. And it's the love and the passion within spiritualism which just holds me, fascinates me, and makes me just want to share. Wherever there is an inquiring mind, I want to share those thoughts, share those ideas.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Yes. Because Lawrence, the sharing, and I feel your passion, and you always work with that passion. But mediumship can seem like an incredible and sometimes overwhelming discipline. Can you explain what makes mediumship so vital for personal and spiritual growth?
Yeah, certainly. Mediumship currently, without being too negative, can be not quite touching the mark, in my opinion. It's become a little bit, people have been learning the mechanics of mediumship. They've been learning how to put a message together, which is great, which is wonderful. But we're sensing now there is that missing element. And the missing element is the development of the medium themselves. Because as you develop with your evidential mediumship, this should be touching your soul. This should be inspiring things and growth within you as a person. Because don't forget, us mediums, actually, we came here to live a life as well. we did not just go, oh, okay, I'm just going to stand up twice a week and give messages. That's it. That's my lot. Seriously, that never happened. We are here to grow and evolve. And what better environment than when we act as those mediators between the two worlds? What better? And this is the beauty of this immersive weekend, that although we have these different disciplines with the evidential, the healing, and with the trance, they actually are all of the same thing, because they are about the self.
Yeah.
You know, these are not things to pick up. These are not just a habit or an idea. This is a true meaning to self. And I do feel, especially in the world as it is today, it is so vital to our mediums to find that connection once more. I mean, every time we give a message, to me, that's a miracle.
Yeah.
And, you know, nowadays it's just like, oh, yeah, I want a bad message. I'll go next week. I might get a better one. It's like, no, because if we do this work, if we embrace this work, if we embrace our time with the other world, we can deliver so much of comfort, of healing, of understanding. But also we have that divine influence within us, which we can nurture and grow and make manifest. And in an environment, when we're in this immersive environment over the 5 days, so you're eating, breathing, sleeping spiritualism, trust me, the first time I went away on a residential course, I was like, I love this. I absolutely love this. We run courses, we run day workshops, we run 5-day courses and things like that. And they're good. They're good. They serve a purpose. But to me, the real nitty gritty, when you get into that residential environment, because it's all around you, you're in the power. We've seen the wonderful photos of Holme Hall, which is a beautiful sanctuary set up for healing and communication. It's imbued in the atmosphere there. The people on the course are coming for the same intent. So you've just got this wonderful group then of people who are all sharing a common cause, are all sharing a passion, and all together for those 5 days. And as I say, trust me, when you go on a residential course, at the end, you don't want to leave. You come out into the real world again. You just think, oh, God, oh, no, I've had enough of that. I want to go back.
Yeah, it's true. That's really true. So, what can participants expect to learn from you in this course? Because it's so big. It's so the connection. But how do you? What are you gonna do with them? What they're gonna learn with you in these 5 days?
I don't know. You haven't told me yet. No, sorry. As you may gather, I've got a bit of a humour. Sometimes it's a bit inappropriate. I do apologise.
No, it's good.
I strongly believe no matter where you are on your journey, if you're just beginning to find your feet and explore, which is just so beautiful, or you are more accustomed to working with the evidential mediumship side of spiritualism, there is always that growth opportunity there. We should never go, oh, well, I'm a medium, that's it. Here I am, I've arrived. We never have. Until we draw our last breath, we are still going to learn. One of the things I'm very passionate about with our mediumship is building up that confidence in our mediums, because you so often, where I work with all different levels, you think, did they? And it becomes this sort of like semi-interrogation unconsciously, but that's a deeper meaning, because it's just the confidence in the medium needs that bolstering. So instead turning did they into they did. And when you start working like that, not only do you become a brighter, shinier emissary for the other world, your confidence will build. You will feel that confidence. You will stand there in your own power and hold that energy and be able to deliver it in such a way that is just magical, just beautiful, and so healing.
Yeah, that is all it is about, healing.
Very much.
And I think you answered the next question already, because yeah, and that's okay, because sometimes people think that's not for me. Maybe I can't do this. Maybe you can share your thoughts on that. Can anybody develop mediumship? Is it for everybody or a select few? How is their connection?
I believe evidential mediumship, exploring that, is a very good gateway experience for a lot of people. They may find that actually, yes, wow, this is really working, and the other world are there equally in support. They may also find, well, the term mediumship covers such a broad base of things, but it's that introduction, it's that encouragement along the pathway. And the only way we're going to find out is if we try it. So mediumship is for everybody, but when you start to follow your heart and your soul calling, you may find the path will change, which is great, which is absolutely wonderful, because again, I can't emphasize this enough. Mediums are here to grow, develop, and flourish, not to just be dragged out twice a week to give a message and then go away again. We've got to bring it into our life, into our everyday life. And mediumship itself, whether you want to demonstrate on public platforms, undertake private sittings, or the ones I really love are mediums who develop their mediumship simply for themselves, simply for their own connection. And that is a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing to do. Imagine sitting there and just having that awareness, knowledge, and understanding. Just sit there and link in, not only with those that we have known, but those that work with us. Just to be able to have that time and that connection. So no matter where you are, there is always room for mediumship, the evidential mediumship, and its progression and natural development.
Mm. And how will Holme Hall, this beautiful place, enhance that?
How will it enhance that?
Yeah, in the energy. This beautiful place, Holme Hall.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have the entire premises.
Yeah.
So everybody there will be engaged on a very similar, not the same, but a very similar journey as everybody else. And that is, again, a wonderful chance to live, breathe, and exist in that vibration of the other world. Holme Hall, because they have their roots in healing, you find some places, because of the practices there, because of what's occurred there, and gone on. And over time, it builds its own power. It does build its own resonance and presence there. So that is going to naturally enhance this eagerness, not just from the physical students, but from the other world, because the other world get excited about things like this, because what a joy to be able to come back, communicate and see people grow, and for the other world to learn as well.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So for anyone considering this course, but is a little bit unsure of it is the right time or the right fit for them, what would you say to them about the experience is worth pursuing?
It's obviously got to be the right time for you. It seriously has. Today I've been working at a big event for healing and talking to people, and so many times you hear this, oh, I've been thinking about it, but I've got a lot going on and whatever. And you go, that's fine, because when the time is right. If you've got any doubts, I seriously suggest just sit with yourself and go, is this what I need? Is this what I need? And trust me, if this is what you need, that response will come. It really will. Because once you're ready, we can have these things crop up in our life from time to time. And for whatever reason, we've got to live an earthly life.
Yeah.
It may not be available at that time, but sooner or later, the right opportunity. And as I say, with this, we got 5 days, 3 exceptional tutors, one wonderful coordinator who's going to keep us all in line. Thank you, Deanna. And in a beautiful part of the country, everything is there. But again, it's like many things. We can lay the table, but we can't force you to eat. All right, it's as simple as that. But what is being laid on, what is available, is a full-on schedule. This is not one of these, or you do 10 till 4 and the rest of the day you twiddle your thumbs. Oh no. Oh no. It is a very busy schedule, and you really, really are. You're going to get out of it as much as you put in.
Yeah.
Right. And it is as simple as that. Again, if you're eager to learn, if you feel your soul is saying, yeah, this is good, go for it.
So thank you very much, Lawrence. Thank you for this. I think there's a lot of things to talk about, to feel about for the people who are watching. And lovely people, just feel in your soul how it feels for you. You can sign up for the evidential course or the trance mediumship. But we also have this beautiful third mediumship, and that's healing mediumship. And the tutor for the 5-day course is Danielle. And Danielle.
Yeah, it's how you say it on English or on Dutch. It's all fine. So, good evening, all. You want me to introduce myself?
Thank you, a little bit, yes.
Yeah. I was thinking, listening to Mark and listening to Laurie, that becoming involved in spiritualism, living in the Netherlands, is slightly different than when you are living in the UK and you have the possibility to go to a local church. So I don't have any background in mediumship or in spiritualism, but I knew that I was sensitive. As you may understand, sensitivity is much known to people, that you're sensing things, maybe seeing things. And when I was 24, I had a very sad experience in my life. And that was the first thing of grief that came on my journey of life, so to say. And from that moment on, I started to search. So, is there more after the physical death? And I think that those who are watching maybe are interested in what we are going to give you as an opportunity in these 5 days, or may have that same question. What will happen after the physical death? Are your loved ones still there? So in my journey, I was broken. And I found the Art of Hindley College, and I became involved. And sometimes I still think, oh, why we don't have that places in the Netherlands. And lucky for us, I am the owner of a spiritual center in the Netherlands, and I do teach all the aspects of mediumship. You can say that I'm an all-round medium, but my biggest passion, and that has to do with the journey of my own life, is healing mediumship.
Yeah, beautiful.
So I'm really looking forward to this week. It's very special and very holy that we can do this together for those who are coming and join.
Yeah, because Mark and Lawrence also talked about healing and healing mediumship. You're the tutor of, and it's such a deeply personal and transformative process. What can people expect to experiencing during the healing sessions with you?
Of course, we are going to talk about healing mediumship and how you are able to align yourself with yourself and be an instrument for the spirit world and those guides who are working very closely to us in our healing mediumship to bring forward the healing from the God force. So we will practice a lot and sit and allow the spirit world to be our companion and our co-worker, to create that lovely healing holy frequency where we can sit in together and be free again, or have that healing for self, or if you have that intent to be an healing medium in your own right, in your own church or in your own center, or maybe you are already in a healing circle and you want to deepen this attunement with the spirit world, we will all look at that facets. But similar as Mark and Laurie, I firmly believe that also within healing mediumship, we have our own personal responsibility in our own healership. And I would like to say it in that way. It's not only yourself, but if you are an instrument for healing in any way, if it is in trance healing or in active mental mediumship, you need to take care of yourself. And you really need to understand how your own energy and soul are feeling, and what is the different feeling when somebody who is working with you closely in healing, how does that feel, and how is the different when they are leaving again. So this fine energy is beautiful to experience.
Yeah, and you talk about the being the instrument, and being the instrument requires trust. Healing work requires trust, both in the process and in the spirit world. How do you help the students deepen their trust and open their hearts for this energy?
It's a work in progress, and you will never be completely done with that work, because this journey to be a passive instrument requires time. The trust will come from sitting together and allowing the spirit world to give you the trust. And it's a week, 5 days where you can say to yourself, okay, I do feel that healing is my passion, and I do feel I want to help people in which way I can to be the instrument. So I'm going to leave my worries away. And of course, I will help you to put all your thoughts on a parking place for a moment when you're having that feeling and sensation of self, and feel that sensation that the energy of healing has started to flow. So it's a step-by-step process, and by the end of the week, you will have gained enough trust to work with this energy and this sacred work further in your own circle or in your own church or in your center, wherever you work, or when you have that private practice, you have a deepening in that.
Beautiful. We listen to your words, and the people who are watching listen to your works. And on the background, the photos of Holme Hall is showing. How would you describe the energy of Holme Hall? And not only describe the energy, but how do you think it supports and enhances the healing work that will be done there?
Of course, I live in the Netherlands, so I've never been there myself. And so I'm maybe a little bit like those who are watching this. It's going to be very special because I don't know how it is to be there, but I had contact with Holme Hall, and if you are looking to all these pictures and you sensing the vibration of it, it is like coming home. And isn't it when we are on the journey or finding ourselves or having this deepening in your healing mediumship or trance or in mediumship on platform or doing a private reading, when you are in this environment where they daily work with mediums and the past and the history of healing, it's really the first step into the world of spirit and those we don't know who are really watching with us. So this place, not only the building, but also us being together there, is going to create a healing bomb. And that's wonderful.
Yeah, it will do. It will do. Can you take us with you in a success story from your past students who have taken your healing courses? Because what kind of sort of changes or breakthrough do they have experienced?
Yeah, there are different stories and different students, of course. Some of them have never been a channel or an instrument for the spirit world. And what I hear a lot is that they are saying, I did not know that the healing flow from the spirit world is so strong. And I even feel the healing within me when I attune to the spirit world and being the instrument for somebody else. And I think that's one of the most amazing thing to experience, that when you are that passive active channel, because it's not completely passive in healing mediumship, you will be healed too. And I do see with students when they come in, they are insecure, they don't know how to attune, and within the end of a day or a week, they are brighter themselves. And people are saying to me, I know now better what I want to do in life. And I even had one student who said, it was really an amazing day. I now know that I want to be a hairdresser. So, you don't know what the spirit world will bring into you in your own healing capacity, because a hairdresser is working with the hands. So isn't that amazing how the intelligence of the spirit world works further and further into your own journey?
Yeah, to brighten your light, to be the instrument, find yourself. Yeah,
and
to heal.
It's all about love.
Yeah.
To find your love within yourself again. And if that means that after 5 days, meeting me, meeting Mark, meeting Laurie, have a lot of fun with each other, being inspired, walk hand by hand with the spirit world, and you leave and you think, okay, now I am a little bit more happier, then the job for the spirit world is also done.
Yes. So I've asked it, Mark, and I've asked it, Laurie. What would you say to someone who feels insecure about whether healing is their path, but is still curious about exploring it? through the Under the Same Sky experience?
Oh, I think it's a difficult one to answer because if I'm looking into my own journey of the last 18 years, I never had that feeling I wanted to be a medium, or I wanted to sit for trance, or I want to teach healing mediumship to be a certificate holder. I've never had that dream. So I can only say to you, when you are listening and watching this, if you feel that inner calling, that the spirit world, or maybe a loved one of you, or your own grief, or your own insecurity in life, and you want to be a better you, knowing that you're not alone anymore, then the spirit world will wipe your insecurities away. Because they love you and they trust you, and they will give you an experience this week. And I'm not going to say that you are going to be the best healing medium on the end of the week, but I can secure you that you are going to be a better you. And isn't that what the world needs? And the spirit world is jumping around and waiting to hug you.
Beautiful.
So let your insecurity be the trust that they will help you to give you trust in life back.
Thank you so very much, Daniela. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So all three, I have asked questions to inform the people and to introduce yourself and to feel what it is all about. But I have just one question for the three of you. Don't please one at a time. So I'm going to start off with Mark. But the question is for the three of you all. Because this course offers a chance to deepen and elevate mediumship, trance, and healing, the three facets. What is the one thing you are most excited about sharing with the student participants in June and July?
For me, the biggest thing, the biggest enjoyment, whenever we're doing a course where we're working with trance, but also the other disciplines, but I'm going to talk about trance for me, is when we sit in a room and everyone feels the tangible power of the other world there. It's not a case of saying, oh, I might have felt something small. I might have felt, when you sit there and everyone in the room goes, did you feel that? And all the goose pimples come up and, and you're like, oh. And that for me, when we sit, and hopefully during that whole course that week, there's going to be moments when we can feel as if there is no division between us and the other world, and that is removed, that we feel the presence, know the presence, and they even in the moments when we're not even sat in a classroom, you might be having a moment walking out on the lawn, or having a crafty cigarette or a vape, for those of you that do that, and then there's a moment where something or someone just speaks to you in a quiet whisper from the other world, and it's just like, and it just takes you in that moment where it changes from a belief to a knowing, because of the experience becomes so tangible. That's what I'm excited about, because that is something that comes into these weeks, as Lawrence said, the immersive, and once you're touched by that power, you won't forget it. You won't forget it.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Danielle, what's for you the most exciting thing?
It's very excited to be together with those beautiful two mediums that we come from the Netherlands to the United Kingdom. So that's very special. But when we look into this vibration of what we are going to do with each other, for me, I'm very looking forward to see how the other world is going to take the students all on their own journey, and that we are part of that. And that we are sharing together, that we are really living under the same sky, that there is no separation, that we are all part of each other. And I'm really looking forward to see those who are joining us together with us, because we can say we are the tutors and you are the students, but we are together. We as teachers are also the students of the spirit world. So yes, we are the one with the voice to help you further, but it is the spirit world that use us and you to teach us all. And I think that is amazing, that we really have that feeling that we're walking hand in hand.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Laurie, will you please? Will you please?
I thought you'd forgotten me.
No.
I am just looking forward to being in that wonderful environment. The Holme Hall has many advantages. Number one as well is its location. So it's easily accessible from all parts of the United Kingdom, from Ireland, Scotland and Wales, but also Europe. And this is, I feel, we are going to have this wonderful mix of different people, different disciplines, different cultures, but all coming together for the same purpose. Now, that in itself is going to offer this beautiful learning experience. And again, not just the mechanics of things, but learning about people, learning about ourselves, which is so crucial. And there's going to be 5 days of 40 people all together on the same journey, different paths, but same journey. And how beautiful and awesome is that going to be?
Yeah, and inspiring as well. Thank you so very much, Lawrence. Yeah, thank you. So the last 15 minutes, we have such an inspiring journey together already, with the four of us, with all the people who are watching, with the people who was later watching, and maybe think by themselves, oh my gosh, I feel this. So, because, under the same sky is promising to be truly transformative experience, offering you, people who are watching, the opportunity to deepen your connection with spirit and refine your mediumship skills under the guidance of you, Mark, Lawrence, and Danielle. It's not just a course, it's an intensive and enriching 5 days experience designed to elevate your spiritual awareness and to expand your abilities and to be together with spirit and to the spirit within ourselves. Whether you're just starting out or looking to advance your practice, this is really an opportunity you don't want to miss. There are, and now for the details, lovely people, there are only 36 places available. We love small groups to have that sacred experience. So 36 places are available. The dates also in the banner stated June 29 to July 4th this year. We're going to go to Holme Hall, Yorkshire in England. And we also like to set the price with you. And we have 3 different prices in pounds, in euros, and in the American dollars. It's in euros 11.99. It's in pounds 9.99, and it's in dollars 11.77. And it's full board. So everything, sleeping, eating, teachings, the environment, all of Holme Hall is on your side at that 5-day course. Only you have to pay the flight or the traveling and have an ETA visum, and we help you with that. So if you want to have more information, or maybe you think, yes, I want to go there, You can contact us. Also in the banner it's stated, Under the Same Sky International @gmail.com. So if you want to have more information or how to do that, or you want to have a registration form, please mail us, and we're at your service. So lovely people, we come now to the end of our life, and we can't wait to welcome you on this incredible spiritual journey together under the same sky, connected with the spirit world. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Mark, Laurie, and Daniela, and you at home. And we hope to see you in Yorkshire. Okay. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, everybody.